Okay. Hi, my name is Moon. Today, well, I think today is going to be, well, today we're going to pronounce the U.S. states. Today we're going to learn about what the U.S. states are called in Mandarin. Now, now this might be a little tricky for me because I don't know very much about that. Well, I'll look up Google Translate if I know what they're called in Mandarin because I don't know. I'm not sure how to pronounce it very well. And plus, my Mandarin is going to be off because of my Californian accent. But don't worry about that because um, if you know how to pronounce them, if you know how to pronounce them, yeah. But that's okay anyway because but that's what happens when you live in an English-speaking country like my home country, the United States of America. Anyway, but that's okay because I want to stay living in the United States of America anyway. Now, the simplified character. Now I got them in simplified and traditional characters, so that way, just in case, because I don't know which ones are going to be using. I don't know um, which ones you're using, which characters are using. So I just put both of them up here, simplified and traditional. So I just put them both up here. Okay. Okay. Let's find out how to call. Let's find out what people call my home country, United States of America, in Mandarin. It's two words really, but they both have, but they both mean the United States of America. So now you probably can't see the tone very well, so we make up to 200% so you can see the tones better. Now, now this is low. Now I would say this is low tone, and then I would say this is so. So me wool. I'm not sure if I'm saying it correctly, but it will stand for Mealy Jian, his Hongul, which will mean rice country. Okay? Meigul, I think it's probably stands for Meili Jian His Hongul, which means beautiful country. And that's the way, and that I'm not sure if that's the correct way how to say it correctly because I don't know the and if you want to see the characters, here they are right here in simplified and traditional characters. If you want to see them you want to see them right here. If you want to read them in simplified or traditional characters, okay? Don't worry about that side. We're not going through that side yet. So, so here it is in simplified and traditional characters. If you want to see them in Chinese characters, okay? Besides the pinyin. I try to show you anyway. Now, how to say the word unite in Mandarin? Well, I don't know. Let me see.
团结
Okay, 团结. I'm not sure I'm saying it correctly, but you say 团结. I'm probably not saying it correctly. You can let me know if I'm saying it wrong, because I don't know. I try to pronounce it the best I can anyway. State can be zhu, or it can also be this word. be Zhao, or it could also be this word. I'm typing right now. Let me go through Google Translate. Because Google Translate is showing me a different word for state in Mandarin. And I don't have in here, so let me go take a look. I want in English. Go on, click on the English. Thank you. I want state. Okay. Okay. So now I got it correct. Hopefully. So state can be pronounced as Zhao or this word that I don't know.
状态
Zhuangtai. I'm probably not saying it correctly, but here it is, right here. See, I got it. Okay, now America in Mandarin, if we talk about is Meili Jan or Meili or Meili Jan. Now Carolina and Dakota when we get to north. So Carolina. I'll save this for now. So Carolina in Mandarin, it will be like this.
卡罗来纳
Carolina is Carolina in Mandarin. And then what about Dakota? Now, I know Google Translate has the word Zhao in there, but don't worry about that.
达科他州
So Dakota.
达科他州
So Dakota is how to say Dakota in Mandarin. Don't worry about the word Zhao because sometimes that will be in Google Translate sometimes. Now, what about this word? Alabama. Okay. It's still spelled the same in Mandarin, but
Alabama 州
so Alabama. Okay, Alabama. So let's say Alabama in Mandarin. Okay. It still kind of sounds the same in English. So now what about, well, next word is Alaska. Which does sound different Which one does sound different in Mandarin?
阿拉斯加州
Alaska is how to say Alaska in Mandarin. Now what about Arizona? Yeah, look. Yeah, the spelling is differently.
亚利桑那
Yalisanga is how to say Arizona in Mandarin. Now, Arkansas.
阿肯色州
Arkansas is how to say, okay,
阿肯色州
Arkansas is how to say Arkansas in Mandarin. Now, what about the state I live in? California. You know, this is the state that I live in. So, you know, my home state. Well, it's why it's called my home state. It's the state I live in. That's why. So, California. How to say? How to say in Mandarin? Well,
加利福尼亚
California is how to say California in Mandarin. Now, next one is Colorado. Colorado. Okay, sorry.
科罗拉多州
Colorado. Okay, Colorado is how to say Colorado in Mandarin. Now about Connecticut. That's the next one anyway.
康涅狄格
I'm probably not having it correctly, so. Let me see if I have it correct in here. Because I don't think I have it correct in here, so. Because I have it right here on the internet right here, so. Nope, so I don't want it that big. Did I get to 10? I don't want up to 17. That's too big. And let's center it. Because I think I got this wrong. And I'm not actually that simplified or traditional. Don't worry, Google Translate will tell me. Oops. I don't want it that big. Let's fix this. Yeah. Come on, I have to fix this again. Okay. Okay, now hopefully I got it correct. This time. On the word about the word Connecticut. So here's Connecticut in Mandarin.
康涅狄格，
Okay.
康涅狄格，
Connecticut. That's how to say Connecticut in Mandarin. Now about Delaware. Now we're done with the C. Now you get to D. Delaware. The only state that starts with the letter D. Well, how to say that in Mandarin? Well, it's this one.
特拉华州，
Tallahawa. Okay. Tallahawa. Okay, Tallahawa. Sorry.
特拉华州，
Okay, Tallahawa. Tallahawa.
特拉华州，
Okay, Tallahawa. Tallahawa. That's how to say Delaware in Mandarin. Now what about Florida? This one.
佛罗里达，
Florida. That's how to say Florida. in Mandarin. Now, what about Georgia? I'm talking about the state called Georgia. The problem is that we're talking about the state called Georgia. This one right here.
乔治亚州
Okay, Georgia. Okay,
乔治亚州
okay, Georgia is how to say Georgia in Mandarin. And I'm talking about the state of Georgia. Okay, the country called Georgia it would be different in Mandarin. So now, what about Hawaii?
夏威夷
Okay, shall we? So let's say Hawaii in Mandarin. Now the next one is Idaho.
爱达荷州
Idaho. Okay, Idaho. Okay, Idaho. That's how to say Idaho in Mandarin. Okay. Well, Illinois.
伊利诺伊州
Illinois. So let's say Illinois in Mandarin. Now what about Indiana?
印第安纳州
Okay, Indiana. That's how to say Indiana in Mandarin. Now what about Iowa? This is probably going to sound different.
爱荷华州
Idaho. Okay, yeah, okay.
爱荷华州
Idaho. It's how to say Iowa in Mandarin. Now about Kansas.
堪萨斯
Kansas. So let's say Kansas in Mandarin. Now what about Kentucky?
肯塔基
Kentucky. So let's say Kentucky in Mandarin. Now what about Louisiana?
路易斯安那州
Louisiana. So let's say Louisiana. In Mandarin. Now what about Maine?
缅因州
Maine. So let's say Maine in Mandarin. Now what about Maryland?
马里兰
Maryland. So I'll say Maryland in Mandarin. Now what about Massachusetts?
马萨诸塞州
Okay. Mazazua. Okay, sorry.
马萨诸塞州
Mazazua. Okay. You put that I in there. Okay. Okay, so Mazazua. Okay.
马萨诸塞州
Okay. Mazazui. Okay, Mazazuzai. Okay. Massachusetts is how to say Massachusetts in Mandarin. Now about Michigan. Now about Michigan. Now, the problem is that Google Translate's not using it correctly, so you go down. Okay, let me type this in. Let me type this in Mandarin, and then I'll get that in English. Okay. Okay, let me find out the right characters over here. I found out it's these ones right here. Okay, I don't think I have the right ones. Okay, I do have the right ones. So I put a forward slash. And you put a forward slash in these. Okay. Oh, right. Wait a minute. I'm not sure this is the right one. I'm not sure this is the right characters, so let me get this correct. I'm not sure it's the correct one, so I'm just fixing it. Okay. Okay, now which one is the correct one? Well, I want to show you. It's this one right here. Now, next one is okay, I know what the right one is. Okay. So here's Michigan in Mandarin.
密西根
Okay, Michigan. Or Michigan is how to say Michigan in Mandarin. You see, there's two ways to say it in Mandarin anyway, so I'm just showing you right there. Okay. Now Minnesota. Okay, Minnesota.
明尼苏达
Okay, Minnesota is how to say Minnesota in Mandarin. Now, what about Mississippi?
密西西比州
Mississippi is how to say Mississippi in Mandarin. Now, how about Missouri?
密苏里州
Missouri is how to say Missouri in Mandarin. Now, what about Montana?
蒙大拿
Montana is how to say Montana in Mandarin. Now, well, Nebraska. But when you get to
内布拉斯加州
Maple Salicha, so I'll say Nebraska in Mandarin. Now about Nevada.
内华达州
Nevada, that's how to say Nevada in Mandarin. Now about New Hampshire. Now we're getting to the states that starts with the word new, which is New Hampshire.
新罕布什尔
Sheehan-Bush-Yar is how to say New Hampshire in Mandarin. Now, what about New Jersey?
新泽西州
Okay, okay, okay,
新泽西州
Sheen Zedji, okay, Zedji, so I'll say New Jersey in Mandarin. Now about New Mexico.
新墨西哥
Shimoijiga, so I'll say New Mexico in Mandarin. Now what about New York?
纽约
No, yeah, so I'll say New York in Mandarin. Okay. I'm just looking at Google Translate. Now, what about North Carolina? Now we get to the states that starts with the word North. So North Carolina.
北卡罗来纳，
Bay Carolina is how to say North Carolina in Mandarin. Now, the next one is North Dakota.
北达科他州，
Maine Dakota.
北达科他州，
Maine Dakota. Bay Dakota. So let's say North Dakota in Mandarin. Now, what about Ohio?
俄亥俄州，
Hawaii is how to say Ohio in Mandarin. Now about Oklahoma.
俄克拉荷马州，
Oklahoma. I'm probably not saying it correctly, but that's how to say Oklahoma in Mandarin. Now, what about the next one? This is the state where I was born from, which is Oregon.
俄勒冈，
Oregon, so I'll say Oregon in Mandarin. Now, Pennsylvania.
宾夕法尼亚州，
Michievania, I'll say Pennsylvania in Mandarin. Now, what about Rhode Island?
罗德岛，
Lauderdale, so I'll say Rhode Island in Mandarin. Okay, now South. Now we get to the states that starts with the word South. Okay, there's only two of them though. So first is South Carolina.
南卡罗来纳，
Non-Carolina. So I'll say South Carolina in Mandarin. Now, next one is South Dakota.
南达科他州，
Non-Dakota. So I'll say South Dakota in Mandarin. Now, Tennessee. These are just the states.
田纳西州，
Okay, Tennessee. So I'll say Tennessee in Mandarin. Now, Texas.
德克萨斯州，
Texas. So I'll say Texas in Mandarin. Now, Utah.
犹他州，
Utah. So I'll say Utah in Mandarin. Now, next one is Vermont.
佛蒙特，
Vermont. So I'll say Vermont in Mandarin. Now, Virginia.
弗吉尼亚，
Virginia. So I'll say Virginia in Mandarin. Now, next one is Washington.
华盛顿
Washington. So let's say Washington in Mandarin. Now, West Virginia.
西弗吉尼亚
Virginia. So let's say West Virginia in Mandarin. Next one is Wisconsin.
威斯康星州
Wisconsin. Let's say Wisconsin in Mandarin. Now the next one is Wyoming. Wyoming.
怀俄明州
Wyoming. So I'll say Wyoming in Mandarin. Now we get to the state's capital. Now we get to the national capital of the U.S., which is Washington District of Columbia. That's the last one.
华盛顿哥伦比亚特区
Okay.
华盛顿哥伦比亚特区
Washington. Okay. Okay.
华盛顿哥伦比亚特区
Washington. Columbia. Okay. Columbia.
华盛顿哥伦比亚特区
Okay. Duchy. So okay. Washington. Columbia. Okay. Columbia. Duchy. That'll say the Washington District of Columbia in Mandarin. Okay. I know some people will call it. I know you probably will say Washington D.C., but this is how to say the Washington District of Columbia in Mandarin. Because I'm not sure if I type Washington D.C. Yes, Mom. Yes, Mom. Okay, Mom, I will. I would say Washington Taekwondo. Okay? In Mandarin. Okay? Now, anyway, so that's how they say the U.S. states, and also the state capital in Mandarin. Okay, also the national capital of the U.S. in Mandarin. Okay? So, if you want to know what they're called in Mandarin. Now, I'll put it back to 100%. See them all together. And now let me know what other language you want to know the states. You want to know the U.S. states. Okay? Okay. I already showed you in Spanish and now Mandarin. So, let me know, okay? Okay. And you have to go right now. Thank you for watching this video. Bye.